Councilman Johnson.
Thank you, Council President. I have one resolution signed by all members of council. I would like to speak on the resolution, sir.
Thank you, Councilman.
A privilege resolution authorizing the Committee on Legislative Oversight to hold hearings examining racial disparities in home lending, also known as modern-day redlining, in the City of Philadelphia.
And the chair recognizes Councilman Johnson.
Thank you, Council President. Council President and colleagues, equitable and inclusive housing policy has been a priority for me since I arrived in this body in 2012. As a young man, I decided to become a public servant because I wanted to take on the injustices that I saw in the world and particularly my own community. This week I have seen a sickening, unacceptable, but most importantly, un-American injustice. When we talk about segregation, we are usually talking about the Jim Crow era. Separate schools, separate churches, separate water fountains, and we sometimes give in to the myth that the civil rights movement is relegated racial segregation to the darker days of American history. But here we are on the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act, and deep segregation is alive and kicking. It is a legacy of federally sanctioned redlining policies that designated black neighborhoods as credit risk for home loans. Home ownership, which is commonly considered the cornerstone of the American dream, is to some an American nightmare. But earlier this week, we got a powerful proof of modern-day redlining. The Center for Investigative Reporting released an in-depth report that took a year of intensive research, including review of 31 million documents. They found that banks were denying home purchase loans, home improvement loans, and home refinancing to applicants of color at far higher rates than to their Caucasian applicants. In Philadelphia, black loan home applicants were 2.7 times more likely to be denied than their Caucasian applicants. Wide disparities persisted when the researchers controlled for 9 factors, including income, loan amount, and geographic location. One powerful example is my own childhood neighborhood of Point Breeze, where I grew up and I'm currently raising my family. Between 2012 and 2016, white home loan applicants were granted 806 loans out of 958 applications, an 84% success rate. However, for African Americans, home loan applicants were granted 275 loans from 746 applications, a 37% success rate. This is not right, and I'm going to work with my colleagues to get to the bottom of it. Next month, I'll be holding hearings to get a grip on the root causes of this problem, and most importantly, hold those accountable in the banking and mortgage industry accountable as to how they go about their loan application processes to those who live here in the city of Philadelphia. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King once said, "The time is always right to do the right thing, and now is that time." Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman. And that will be on today's final passes calendar.